Indeed, and aloha meatheads. Got a couple of good 6-kill masteries for you. One in a turreted TD, the Jackson, and the other in the non-turreted and super strong frontal armor, T25 AT. Both of these are sent in by Vantablack12, friend of the channel and platoon mate of mine. And I hope you guys are all enjoying Uprising. It's been a ton of fun. Hope to see you out there. There's the Jackson, kind of like an M4 Sherman-y thing, but an open top. Let's take a look at the armor profile of the T25 AT because it is ridiculous. This is the Panzerkampfwagen 4 Schmalturm, the one that looks like a TIE fighter. And you can see, just not going to pen that. And this is how it looks with the Tier 7 M4 FL10. If you just hide that lower plate again, you can still rock the noobs and do a tiny bit of side scraping. The M4 FL10 is a Tier 7 auto reloader, the first auto reloader in the game. It has the Sherman lower part and the French AMX turret. And even with the old calibrated shells, it's still a bit of tough work. Looking over here at the SU-100Y, okay, that TD can pen the hell out of this thing unless you just use your gun depression and find a little bump or ridge or hide that lower plate. Unfortunately, calibrated shells will still wreck this thing, but that's a hell of a big ask to be able to avoid penetrating this. And you may remember seeing the clan warfare with Toes, where we had 2x2 on Canal fighting each other, and the Camtastic Camper was running this TD. He loves running this thing, and he puts the hurt on the noobs with it, and you can see the armor just helps tremendously. So Vantablack12 is going to bring the Armored Farmer over onto Lost Temple, but in the interim, can you please like, share, sign up to Discord, information is below, join us for Seal Club Sundays, all that good stuff, and now let's hit it on to Lost Temple and farm up dem newbies. Alright, looking in the bottom right hand corner, Vantablack12, Iron Horseman, K9, doesn't make sense to me either, Iron Horseman and K9, but fine. Awesome guy, fun to roll out with. And he's just going to take an aggressive posture and bust a move all up to A and the temple area, which is where I prefer to go. Either Supremacy or Encounter in general, depending on team composition, but almost always. And I tend to go up onto the temple steps and use those as cover, and he's going to assume that posture as well. This Nashorn maybe doing a blind fire into the bushes across, but kind of signaling where he is by destroying cover. You'll notice Vantablack has been using all the rocks in his way up to shield his lower plate and hide as much as possible. But now he's going to push up onto the temple steps and take that nice pocket position up there by the pagoda. Try to hide that lower plate. And he sees, man, somebody's pushing on to B, which is kind of a rarity. He's spotted. Oh man, there are 3 guys on B, which is rather unexpected. And this SU-100 is going to make a push on him. And he gets a nice roll into him. Yeah. Takes out the driver. SU-100 dumps it into the pagoda steps. He backs off. Whew, so a lot of action at B, and he's getting surrounded here. So this is gonna have some work. No scope, but misses. The M4 FL10 is rushing over to his left. Schmaltum takes his shot, bounces. Nice no scope. Oops, gets tracked. FL10 is on his jock, so he's got to be careful with this auto reloader. Ugh. Another one. Well, things start going a little sideways for our hero here. Gets that one in, but oof.
Don't make me destroy you.
Gonna have to reset and rethink. Leave that FL10 for a bit. Nice.
Oh yeah!
Alright, we are back in business. Man, this Schmaltum, just poor guy. Gets a good one in there on the lower plate.
Yeah!
But gets retired. On this SU-100 who's still hanging out here. Watch us bounce. Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice. 400 HP. Bounced off. Look at this. He just catches the back of the turret. Another nice shot. Ah, so nice. So, 4-3. They've turned this around. The big gun's put away.
Yeah.
As we saw earlier, that gun can penetrate him well. Now it's back to this M4 FL10. He whiffs one over him. Great DPM when reloaded, but it's DPM drops off. Panic is setting in. He's looking around to help. And ram.
Run home and cry to mama.
Yeah.
Delicious.
One down, one to go.
Alright, the final guy needs to be put away.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Teammate doesn't quite pull it off. He moves in for the kill to rob it. Good, he's earned it.
Right here is a crying top.
And he's just taken the kill and the 6 kills to complete the game, which brings him to the coveted and the well-deserved Mastery Badge Ace Tanker Pools Medal for the 6 kills. Look at all the damage caused and blocked. Legendary in both cases. Ugh. Nice beatdown, amigo. But let's not linger. Let's move right on into the 6 kill mastery in the Jackson. Alrighty, Vantablack and Back in Black. Ready to take us out again. This time on Faust. Kind of a mixed bag map. Some parts of it are really great, but those big steel tubing pipes to block your shots kind of suck. They're heading up towards A cap, the medium route, which seems to make sense given that they have 3 mediums and a light on the red team. And he's just keeping his eyes out on the D cap, which is where heavies tend to go in cap, so he's going to keep some eyes up there and let his team press A. So he's starting to take a look. Nothing to see. Gonna take some blind shots and look for that grain of sand out there in the desert, see what he can find in the dark.
Comparatively speaking, you are like a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert. Yeah, and I am the entire desert.
Quite the boast.
Proud, yeah, I'm proud.
Alright, big cojones on our champion here. He's gonna have to go out there and do the work to prove it.
I'll say hello.
Got that KV2. Game is on. Getting the shots. Nailed him right before he drops off the radar. Lucky him. They're ahead on cap. So 2-1, and the cap points are creeping up against their favor. And he's worried about getting pushed at this point, so he's backing off a little bit and using the hill to his advantage so they can't blast him. This KV2 is kind of making a move, being a bit hesitant, and you'll find out, like most KV2 players, he's not very good. Team is dying. Oh man, seeing a Jackson get a bounce is kind of a rarity. And the nature of the game is going to have to be changed up pretty quick before everybody just starts dying. So he's got his head on the swivel, he's looking around.
Goodbye.
Takes down that KV2 sitting. And the first of his kills. Again, he gets all the rest. Oh, KV2 getting smashed because he's not paying attention to his wide open sides there. Well, goodbye KV2. Our hero had been playing it rather conservatively, but he has to turn up the heat because the team is dying. Oh, takes a deep hit.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
He needs to turn this around now.
I am the cream.
Alright. Let's see if we can get this guy. Oh, takes another one down to 235 hit points. Gotta push this AMX-12 and get him, but sees another target of opportunity.
Oh yeah!
Nice one. And almost gets the
Tell you
AMX-12.
something right now. I'm better than you are, yeah.
He's gonna come back for you later, AMX-12, and settle this score. things are going to get even uglier. It's going to be 1v3 pretty soon. It looks like it's just falling apart and it could be over.
Nothing is over until we decide it is. Was it over when the Germans bombed Pearl Harbor? Hell no!
German? Forget it, he's rolling.
And it ain't over now.
We hit them hard.
And with that, Vantablack makes his decision to clean this up. This'll be fast. KV1. Nice, our hero succeeds. This AMX-12 comes in hot and wild, misses a shot. Revenge. A bit wild and loose there, mon ami.
Styling out there like a champion, yeah.
It is true, he is running like a champion here, and he's trying to sneak this one in. A very difficult shot to get in through there, and a little RNG makes it impossible. So it seems that this SU is not entirely a complete noob. He's aware of some angles and is using cover well, and this makes it quite difficult. Ugh, another RNG shot. Cap points are creeping up, but it's in our favor. Ugh, another miss. Things are looking tight. He's got to work the angles here, and remember, he's got a turret, and the SU does not.
Don't look in front, don't look to the sides, look straight up, because I'm right on top of you, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And our champion's still working those angles. SU trying to bait the shot. Puts him
And
away.
I'm living now, yeah.
Nice one. Yes, indeed. Pool's Metal, Kalabanov. Load up the family wagon. It's a trip to McDonald's for everybody. The golden arches await. All the weenies and potatoes you can possibly stomach. High caliber. Pool's Metal. Oh, and look at that. He's got like 3 times the output of even the higher 2 guys. And doing about half the total team damage there. My goodness, that's fantastic. Wow. Wonderful nail biter. 6 kills. All the awards you would expect. Great job, my man. Hey, everybody. You like replays? I like your replays. Send me your replays. You can send them to meet_locker@alter.audio. That's a legit email address. You can also come join us on our Discord server. The information is all down there below, or PM me directly. And hit us up for Seal Club Sundays. And we can beat these QuaranTeams together, but we can't do it alone. So when you're out there on the field, remember, as always, kids, keep it salty, pendejos.
Oh, yeah.